We're in March, and because we have an international break, it's important for us to keep tabs on the players representing Nigeria. How well are they faring? How well are they doing? Are they struggling? Because at the end of the day, when international break comes, they come to represent our country. So once again, let's talk about the performance of Nigerian players across the top European leagues during the weekend. And let's start with the player whom it feels has been the best Nigerian player in Europe this season, but lacks the hype. And now he's probably throwing shades about why he feels he's not being hyped. Paul Onuachu once again scored for Trabzonspor during the weekend in the Turkish Super League. I think that must be maybe 20th or 21st goal this season. I'm not sure yet. But then a lot of goals he has scored this season across all competitions. And he, made this post on his Instagram handle where he's saying no hypes, no paid promotions,
just goals.
Just goals. And it felt like he was throwing shades at maybe Osimhen.
Well, honestly, if you're trying to open you're trying to dissect.
Who has been enjoying hypes from Twitter influencers in the last couple of years?
I mean, yeah, we can't really say
media. You can't really trend. And using a Nigerian player to trend, who would you rather use? Osimhen?
People right now are using Ademola Lookman to trend. Even Atletico Madrid are using Ademola Lookman to trend. So you can't really say it's strange shit that.
But say paid promotion. I don't think Ademola Lookman is in paid promotion. We know the guys who is fanzine influencers now.
We can't really say Osimhen
is that. We know the guy who is taking people to Turkey to go and flex them so that they can.
But that doesn't mean it's being paid promotions.
but do you think Onuachu is stirring something, especially because the international break is coming very soon, and these guys may be in the same camp in the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Do you think he shouldn't be stirring the waters at this time?
I don't feel it's because we are overthinking it.
Yes.
I don't feel it's because we are overthinking it.
But you, when you saw it, who did you think was talking?
No, make me talk.
I just believe then what we posted actually should have been filtered in some way. It's been a professional, because even though if these players that are your colleagues are not seeing it as a serious post, once media catch it and start,
they can blow it up,
elaborating and dissecting each word by word.
It could become a big
thing. Even for him. So
I mean, it has been an issue since last season. He posted it up to today. It's still an issue.
So he has done fantastically.
I think there was no need for that.
So he doesn't really need that. And moreover, it's also a strategy for him.
For his PR. His PR.
And since he's also another player, and he has posted that thing.
People have been talking about it.
So that's all. It's also a PR.
So a way, because at the end of the day, another transfer window is coming, and I'm sure he probably is thinking of leaving Trabzonspor.
Hopefully, he doesn't go to a team like Southampton again.
Or even England. I don't think he's I don't think he's a striker quarter for the Premier League. I don't think he has enough speed.
I think if he goes to La Liga,
German, but I don't think he has enough speed.
He can't even. I don't think he can.
See, I don't think he has enough speed to succeed in
the Premier League.
The only league or the only team for the national council is the team that plays in cross. Very good
fullbacks that can put in the crosses.
Just because he's tall, he has the physicality and everything. People that just throw the ball at him. But Spain and Liga, everybody wants to put the ball on their foot, pass, but he can't play that type of football. Even when he was at Southampton, I think the only appearance, the only match he played that can give him credit for was the match he played against Liverpool. Because the way he frustrated my dad captain that day. That was. I think that was the only game I can say. Actually, I gave him that. But any other game aside that, he was average.
Okay, wow, Onuachu had an amazing one. Now, let's talk about this guy. I think maybe a late bloomer, because he frustrated our lives, when he was in his early mid-20s, but in his late 20s, my God, this guy is in his prime. And for a coach to say, I cannot rest this guy. I can't even think of putting him on the bench on the match day. He has to play all the games that is remaining this season. Alex Iwobi. And what a goal he scored. Someone is even saying FIFA should probably look at it for a possible postcard. But then that goal, once again, Iwobi showing up for one.
You see, regarding what you said,
and it was in a big game against
probably being an Arsenal fan. I used to tell people that are close to me then when we do watch Nigerian match, I used to blame the movies. I used to tell them it's because of the degradation of Nigerian national team.
Mm.
Iwobi then was around 22, 21, 23, 24. You want to build a team around him. And Iwobi then is a player that was playing at Arsenal. People are always available. Look at the left, you see an option.
In Nigeria, is Jambodi football.
It's everybody is there. The nearest person is like 15 centimeters or 20 centimeters away. And it's not used to that type of football. And then people start playing. And you know, there's something about Nigeria football fan. We used to go for escape routes.
Mm.
Because then Iwobi was not that good then. But Iwobi was not really that bad. So, but then they used to put him as scapegoat. You know, I watched one of the interview, and you know, I think those things really touched him because he said something. He said, you know, I think after the was it the World Cup, people were shouting at him. I think was it an AFCON of the World Cup. He said he was down. That it was General that called him that he should not panic, just continue to football career. And he said something. He said he was the one that started all these Oyibo guys, white guys,
coming,
coming to wasn't really good in Nigeria.
With British passport and representing.
So he said it was the first one. It was even his name that they were using to invite other guys to. Look at Alex Iwobi is playing for us now. You can also come, you can do this, you can do that. So I think Iwobi deserves more than he's getting. And now I think he's been rewarded now because he's playing in a very good team. Farm plays good football, and Iwobi is a lover of good football too. If you are playing an active football, you cannot.
Yeah, but
I think we need to give kudos to his coach, Marco Silva. I think he actually believed in him. I mean, but when he was leaving Arsenal, I just felt like his career was actually.
You also want to Everton. Didn't do well at Everton.
No, I think the person that really upgraded him was Sean Dyche at Everton.
But Everton, he didn't really.
You know what he did with him? Iwobi used to be a lazy player. Even once you dispossess them, Iwobi added track back. But you know, if you want to play the Sean Dyche team, that's the first thing you know how to do. You know how to tackle, you know how to run, you know how to do those things. So that guy really there was a lot of pressure on him then. Because playing for a Sean Dyche team, you have to be going and coming, going and I think that was how I was able to build that discipline he's using at Fulham. Because with Fulham, you can play as a wing, play as a midfielder, and it was Sean Dyche that introduced him to all of those roles in football.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, let's talk about who else? Aquadams, yeah, an assist. I mean, they came from 2 goals down against Real Betis to get a 2-2 draw. Aquadams got an assist. Alexis Sanchez said something about Aquadams that he's a very brilliant player and is, amazing. I mean, looking forward to, getting this guy once again in the international break.
Yeah, I mean, for Aquadams, he's been very brilliant. I think he's been very crucial to how Sevilla actually played because it looks at the beginning of the season when he got to Sevilla, it felt like he wasn't going to be in the starting level. He was coming from the bench at times, but then at some point the coach they realized, okay, this guy is too important to actually be.
The way they were celebrating him during that
call, and he has endeared himself into the Sevilla and the Sevilla fans. And let's not forget that was a Sevilla debut. So they need Sevilla needed to show character despite being 2-0 down at halftime. Because when I came back from work and I saw the second half, I was like 2-0, it's done.
You know, as we're talking about it, we also have to talk about Ejuke too because I watched
Ejuke, yeah.
Immediately they introduced Ejuke to that game in the second half. That was when everything changed for Sevilla. Sevilla started attacking Real Betis before the Real got to go at the end of the day. So kudos to both Aquadams
and Ejuke, yeah. Amazing performance. By the way, Calvin Bass also did well for Fulham, getting the victory over Tottenham Hotspur. And we always try to hail those who did well and those who didn't do well. I don't know if he needs rest. Well, Demola Lookman was not really that great for Atletico Madrid during the weekend. Yeah, it was the first person to be substituted in that game for Atletico Madrid. They eventually managed to defeat I think it was Real Oviedo. But then Ademola Lookman did not have a great game. Hopefully, when they play Barcelona in the second leg later in the week, he will cover himself in glory once again. And of course, Osimhen also scored for Galatasaray.
Boy.
Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving, Victor Osimhen also scored. So I think so far we can be hopeful that Nigerian players they can bring this form.
Yeah, definitely.
And because we still don't know if we are playing 4 nations tournament or we are playing World Cup qualifier.
Well, is that really the case?
No, we are.
Really
If FIFA has not decided,
is that really a case?
if FIFA have not
Oh my
decided,
God.
if FIFA have not released their verdict, if FIFA have not released their verdict, I guess we still don't know.
May we play our Four Nations tournament.
John, you are just trying to.
Why we look for couple of
May we
people?
do World Cup
You are
player.
not trying to enter through the back. Is that even a case?
All right, let us know what you think about the performance of Nigerian players. Maybe we missed out on a player or two. Let us know what you think in the comment section.